Hello, everybody. This is Chris, and I have some work to do. But while I'm doing this work, I'm going to give you guys this new POV mount thing view. So don't turn camera off. I'm going to rotate camera, front camera, back camera triple. What does that mean? Back triple camera. Ooh, dual wide. Ultra wide. Let's do ultra wide. Oh, that's fun. Okay, so you're gonna get POV mount, and I'm gonna do announcements. And I also have my screw gun here because one of the people who's sitting here is telling me that these screws are hitting their legs, which is completely reasonable. Oh gosh, I'm gonna hurt myself. You're gonna watch me hurt myself. So I'm gonna do the announcement while I'm on this, and I believe if I eventually get some focus on the live here, I'll be able to see your comments if anybody's even there. That worked out really well. Okay, good. I don't need that wood anymore. Okay. So, and I had to put on the right camera. Yes. Did you need something? Your studio. So this is hopefully going to work. I see we have one viewer. Um, my only thing is I don't know if I can see the comments or not, but I'll worry about that later, I suppose. Okay, let me fix this. Let me get this. We're having a luncheon today for the employees. The employees have been doing an amazing job here, and really appreciate it very much that they do. So I'm treating them to lunch today. But this announcement is this fact that the GBL channel content is going to start to go to subscription. So if you want to continue to see our content, most of it is going to be subscription based, if not all. So that's the way it's going to be. There's two levels I made, but only one of them gets some of the video content. So this is all new to me. I do have my good friend Ralph that will probably help me figure some of the stuff out because he's been doing it for a while. But this POV is what you guys are going to get in the premium content or the subscription level content. And I'll try and do it at least once a week, if not more. If I can conveniently wear the POV mount, most of it will be live, if not all live. I am working with I'm going to interview somebody to be my social media manager. Did you want these pieces of wood here? Thank you. Darren Bible. Well, let me we are recyclers. I know we recycle just about everything we can. I don't know why I thought I needed that wood when I put these on here. I just thought I needed it. We never knew. Yeah, we make this stuff up as we go along. And I have pinched my finger like 3 times now. Oh yeah, no, nothing but the best. 3-inch screws in here going in. Doing that. Yeah. Not scraping her knees. So yeah, and now maybe when she puts her leg underneath here, it'll be the soft leather material. Yeah. She has to sit back with. I'm gonna do the other side as well since I'm all doing this right now. Did I put them on the end as well? No, just on the sides. I got. Oh, you put nothing on the end. It was probably because the fabric wasn't long enough. I think the fabric wasn't long enough to reach all the way over to overlap. So here, let me show you what the table is that we've got here for the viewers. That is, this is our table, and we put this fabric material down here with a little lip so the Lego doesn't fall off. And the fabric material there is marine vinyl from Joann's, but you can get them at any fabric store. And but we used to shop at Joann's when they would have their 60% off coupon sale or discount coupon, whatever. And then I could get reams of marine vinyl, and we've used it in lots of different places. But it really is a good for Lego. I've bought it multiple times. It's been a while since I've had to buy it, so we haven't been back in quite a while, but we were buying it. Very nice. Very nice material to have laid down where you're working with Lego. Two more. Yeah. Ouch. Oh, wrong way. This wood that's on here is recycled from a massage chair that we got like 5 years ago. Yeah, it came in this huge. So we ordered this massage chair on eBay, and then like the next day it says your chair was delivered, and I'm like, what? And I get this like flashlight, and I email them. I'm like, I ordered a massage chair. You sent me a flashlight, and they're like, well, no, we send that so that the tracking number on eBay will show delivered right away. We're gonna send you the chair later, and I'm like, oh boy, what did I get myself into? But we did get our chair later eventually. I guess there's some statistic that eBay tracks. I can put all that down in the recycle wood area. Thank you for collecting those. Okay. So this is the warehouse side. If you're new here, I'm Chris. This is the Great Brick Lab. Our channel is dedicated to helping out other Lego sellers of Lego, Bricklink, Brickout, whatever you're doing. Our channel is dedicated to sharing and communicating what we do in our logistics system, and then maybe you can learn from that. Today is a very functional work day. We've been operating our Lego store for 7+ years, 2017, kind of when we started. Okay, so let me see if I can get this live set up so that I can see chat. No, I don't know how to do this. I'll do that later, I suppose. I'm using StreamYard, the free version. I usually find that to be quite satisfactory. You can actually invite guests as well. When we go to the subscription, and these videos are posted on YouTube, but you have to have subscription to view them, you'll see a lot more, a whole lot more. I want to show everything, like how much we spend on Lego, how much we make every month, how we price, how we do our pricing strategy. But since you've come to this video, I'm going to go ahead and give you a walk around tour of the facility here. So this is our picking floor. We have pick carts that come down here, and it'll come down this row right here. And then it'll go down this way, and it'll have a flow, and it'll go around the corner there and come back this way down here, and then down this one. And then zig around there and zigzag there, and then down the last one. We've definitely expanded a lot recently. We've refined our storage to be more uniform. We only have two kinds. We have the Sterolites, which we have all these parts in. Why somebody would bury a Duplo plane in there, but cover that all the way up. There we go. Oh, well, so much for burying this in the sand. Maybe if I go like this. There's also windows in here. You see, look ruined it. Okay, all better. So those are the Sterilites that we have. These are the acro mills. All of this is empty. This entire wall here is an empty wall. Sterilites. This is where the store that used to stop just on this wall right here, it came all the way down to the end here, but you can see our new walls. If you've been around before, you can see the changes that we've had. We do have one more change we're going to make on that wall down there. We're going to make this a 4x4 full size acro mill. So, yeah, we're excited about all these changes. We've been doing a lot, growing a lot, learning a lot. I guess we technically do have this size up here, kind of a minifig location. It doesn't actually need to be that way, but when we were converting, we decided that we would just go ahead and do that the quick way. Okay, so there's the table for our luncheon today. Here is our ship station. Here's a comment from a recent customer. Let's read this comment. It says, you are the best. They came in today and are great. I'm giving these away. I am happy to find all these new homes. Thank you. So this was a customer who was hot to trot to get 5 Wookiees, 5 of the same Chewbacca Wookiee, and they wanted it very fast, very fast. So this is my desk right here, and I'm always working on projects. This is the new manager's desk. I'll talk about that later, and the other streams that I do that'll be subscription only. And these are the picker's desk. There's one here, and there's one here. This is packing material. We do now only ship in boxes. So, matter of fact, this box supply is out. Steve, do you want me to stamp some boxes? Yeah, because they're done. It's all empty over there. Well, didn't they pack like 60 orders yesterday? I think it was like 60 orders in one day. So that was yesterday. So then they told me to lower prices. I am over here to get boxes. Where are my boxes? I thought I had some nearby here. Well, I'm gonna go for these. Oh, wait, there's one there, wedged up underneath here to hold that thing up. That's like inaccessible. We'll have to just grab this one right here. This is the easy grab. Oh, here's a whole stack of them. Let's just do this. So we do ship everything in boxes now, and we also stamp. So just a brick in the bucket. Thank you for a shout out to them. We kind of went after that stamping of boxes idea. I evaluated doing stickers, but stickers seemed just too expensive, or rather, it was too expensive to sticker everything. And the stamp is very reusable, one time cost, just kind of reuse it all the time. All right. I don't know what the orientation is on these boxes. I have to get my model. So that's how you do it. So here is the stamp, Great Brick Lab approved. And then here's the stamp itself. Where do I put this? Right here. Okay, so this will be quick. So you get to watch me stamp because I noticed they ran out of the stamp when I was showing you shipping supplies. But I will say that sometimes the mundane activities, just the regular old stamping of boxes, is part of the job. Yeah, on Saturday, I'm going to be interviewing somebody as a potential social media manager. YouTube mostly, I think. I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be vlogs. I don't know exactly what's going to become the channel. Maybe if you are viewing this and you have some thoughts about content you'd like to see, especially if you're going to become a paid subscriber, then you have a lot of influence in what we do for our content. And I'll try and give you guys valuable content as much as I can. And usually, whenever I get into something, it's something that I want to do. And I will say I kind of want to be committed to that for a full year. And then after a year, we'll see what happens. So this is June. So we'll do the lives through now until next June. My role at Great Brick Lab is changing at the end of the year. So you'll get to see the change of my role. Right now, I'm owner and main head manager, I guess. I don't know, general manager, probably. Maybe a good title. Will not be that. My goal is to not be that by next year. This is going a lot quicker than the other boxes. The other boxes, I had to rotate the orientation of the. What comes to mind? I want to make sure I'm doing this right. When I fold these boxes, what happens? Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're correctly orientated. Good. That's nice. The other ones, you had to turn the stamp around the other way. This one here is just stamp, 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 and I'm almost done. Yeah, this beginning of this year, we switched to all. I think it was the beginning of this year. We switched to all boxes, and the quality of what we are shipping, rather the quality that gets to the customers, has improved significantly. So we're thrilled about being able to give our customers the best of the best and protecting their shipments in boxes. Somebody's about to get rickrolled. I think next is the objective to get chairs for the luncheon. Hawaiian Brothers is catering today's luncheon. There we go. All done. That was quick. All right, here we go. Oh, sorry about that. Let me take care of this. Yeah, we got underneath every desk. There's this little cheat sheet that's laminated. Keep it underneath the mat, and this is where they kind of go through their parts. Okay, let's chairs for the luncheon. Is this where the table's going to go for the luncheon? Do you think? I was thinking more like right here. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Let's go with that. Could we use that white table for the serving of the food? What? The white table. Could we put the food on that, and then we can eat there and have the food sit here? That would work, wouldn't it? What do you mean? Doesn't everybody have their own thing? No. It's gonna be a big gigantic bowl, and you serve just a small portion to yourself. Is that bad? That might be bad. Why is that bad? That's what we're gonna get. So really? Yeah. Why? Everybody was getting their own thing, dude. No, you get more if you get big bowls of it, and that way nobody has to only. I don't think everybody understands that. What do you mean? You never been to a buffet before? Maybe you could explain it to people when they were like. There's 3 kinds of meat that we're gonna get, or 3 kinds of food. Wait, 3 kinds? Yeah, 3 kinds. They didn't order. Yep. What did you order? I ordered what they asked for. Where's the sheet? It's right here. Okay. Chicken, Liu Kang pig, and I don't know. Molokai? There was 3 of them. The pig, the chicken, and the Molokai. So 3 of that, 3 of this, and 3 of that. Okay.
making sure you ordered the correct stuff. Because if you order something that's not on the list, somebody's going to be.
No, I was able to follow the list.
And making sure, because sometimes I know you screw up.
Well, I screw up a lot in my life. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
this
truth.
is pretty important.
Yeah, no. There's three. Oh boy, this is gonna be a disaster. Oh, okay.
But I think there are people that are thinking, like me, who have never been there,
Oh,
thinking like it's like their own thing.
you just pour out. You pull out. You can try all three of them if you wanted to.
But
It's a buffet.
you need to tell them if it's spicy. I can't have spicy.
None of them are spicy.
Are
None
you
of the ones.
sure?
Yeah, none of the ones that we ordered are spicy.
I thought I saw sweet spicy. That's spicy.
Sweet and spicy.
Yeah, still spicy. I remember.
Well, they'll be labeled, and then we'll put this right next to it so they can see it. I guess I didn't expect the panic of like, what if they ordered one and they didn't like it, and they were sitting in front of a bowl of food and they didn't even like what they had? They could go get something different this way. How about that? What?
Loud pig play. Hey, here's the pig.
Yeah, I don't even know it. I've been there before. I thought it was all right, but
Never been there. What is it?
they're like. You ever been to like a Mongolian grill or where you bake these big old bowls and you kind of just toss everything together?
No,
No. Okay. Well, then I don't know how to describe it to you.
I guess you don't.
Well, they had pictures of the food on the thing.
Yeah, it looks like it's in like a bowl or plate or whatever, man. Not this huge thing.
Do I not have coffee? Oh, there's coffee right there.
Okay, so
Yes.
what are the like? Okay, so in the picture, right?
Yeah.
Picture.
Yes.
The main thing of the like chicken or whatever you're ordering. Then what are the other two things in the picture?
Vegetables.
Is one of them like rice or what is it?
I don't know if it comes with the rice. Maybe they're rice bowls.
I just saw the thing with the picture. I have no idea. If it's vegetables.
Yeah, it's rice. Yeah, sure.
Really?
Rice. Definitely that.
Lori's gonna have to talk to Ariel.
Ariel won't eat it.
So don't even worry about it.
Um,
Bringing something for Ariel.
I have to leave pretty soon to get to home and take care of some stuff at home.
But yes, bringing food for Ariel.
All right.
I think you know one of those picky eaters.
Yeah, I'm a picky eater. I know how kids can get to be picky eaters if we let them. That's what I know. I let that happen to some of my kids. Then one day I said, no more picky eating. And for about a month, they wouldn't eat. And then after a month of no eating, they decided, well, I guess I'll have to eat what's in front of me if there's no food available. I'm not making a mac and cheese for you and a steak for me. You can eat what we eat. And it worked.
My nephew, my youngest nephew, will come over and be like, "Damn it, can we fix me mac and cheese?"
So we let our kids become picky eaters because we cater to their, you know,
Mom, my little sister, she was a picky eater. You know, like whenever we would growing up, whenever we'd get pizza, she had to have a cheese pizza. But she didn't want the topping.
so I think there's a difference between being called a picky eater and a person who knows what they like to eat.
Yeah. You know,
Right?
there's a lot of teenagers out there who are like that. They just want the cheese pizza. They don't
Right.
topping. My dad, he's like, he's a, either pepperoni or sausage guy. He didn't care about any of that other stuff.
Like mushrooms and,
He's old school.
well, I would have guessed that your dad is old school. I mean, guess what, Steve? Old school is moving down a notch.
I tried telling my parents, I was like, yeah, you should get a wife, man. That's good.
Steve, old school's moving down a notch. I got to tell you. Yeah. Somebody's going to take the mantle of his old school.
Rory, Rory was telling me the other day because we're playing some like music that we grew up to, like Bebop music, and Tony April was like, man, I wish I was born in the 90s.
Really? She wishes she was born in the 90s? Oh my gosh, why?
Very emo.
What's emo? What are you talking? What is that word? What's emo?
Emotional.
That's how we say emotional now. We don't even say the whole world. We just say emo.
Emo. You know?
Yeah, I can get emo.
That's a lot of the music she listens to.
If you put an L in there, you can get Elmo.
But yeah, Adrian's like, I wish, I wish I was born in the 90s, man. I listen to.
So when they say they're emo, do they think they're the first ones to be emo?
I don't know. I mean, my little sister was very much like that. I think she got it from my mom because my mom would she'll start bawling at like slightest thing. You know?
Okay, I'm gonna move this live to my desktop because I don't think I have it set up the way I want.
Hey, it looked a little weird with that thing right there.
Well, it's not gonna look normal. Okay, customer order. All right, StreamYard. I think I might change the layout a little bit, but let me get into the studio here. So the one thing that you're gonna realize real quickly with my lives is that we do not have a focus on extremely high um, production quality. We're just kind of doing the best we can. Okay, so there's the camera there. Audio. Okay. I guess that works. Mute the camera here. Display name. Chris. PC. Enter the studio there. All right. That's interesting. Mute this. Okay, so I can see what you see now. And I want to put comments on the screen so that everybody could participate in the comments. How do you do this? Overlay. Add overlay. Add overlay. Have to upgrade. Well, if I'm not planning on upgrading right now, not unless this thing starts making us money. So how do I see comments? Here, comments. There's a comment. Hey, Daddy owes bricks. Comment. Okay, so why can't I see the comments on my phone? How do I make it so I can see it here on my phone? So if I do a swap out, so add to and let's do uh, solo layout. Okay, now you can see me working on my phone. How do I do this? How do I see comments on here? Because there's a comment and I can't see it. Is there a guest? I see you. Oh, I'm the guest. All right. How do you do this? I can see, and you did it at, just a minute ago, but it didn't show up here on my phone, and that's not what I want to see. Or layout. Oh gosh. No, not the layout. I wonder if I change the orientation, will that do anything? Ah, so if I change the orientation and then I go over to click on comments, and then I can do a little scroll thing here, and now I can see the comment. And these are super duper high magnifying glasses. Yes, Daddy. Oh, yes, I can see that like one comment at a time. Can I do full screen with this? Is there a way to do full screen with this browser because, well, I guess I can zoom in on the comment, but I can only see one comment from one person at a time. I'll be doing a lot of scrolling because there's just the orientation there is weird. But I can now switch back and I can do some POV stuff. All right, so we go back to this. No. How do I exit solo layout? Remove. Got it. And then solo layout. So you guys have to give me feedback on because now I can see what you can see up there. And I sometimes I'll change this, but I'm going to keep the camera down a little bit so you can't see the faces of my employees and keep some of their privacy private. So, Daddy O's Bricks, if you're in the stream and you're commenting with me, why don't you tell me what you would like me to show you? I do need to leave the shop here probably in about 25 minutes. I got to get home for some stuff. You know what? I'll catalog parts while you're doing that, and then you can kind of see, and then I'll put the camera up like this, and you can see how I do cataloging. I hope this POV works. And the camera that I've got here, uh, I think it's the widest it can get from my iPhone camera wide angle. I need a drawer. Okay, so we got to have a drawer. This guy has this customer um, uh, bought parts, then sent an email and said he wanted to add a minifig and lightsaber hilt and bar 4L translite blue, I think. And so I pulled the order because it was sitting right there, right there on that desk, on that pickup table for USPS to pick up. And I went over and I found it and grabbed it because there was two baskets of mail to pick up yesterday. And pulled it and then let them know. It's like, well, if you pay for this fig, I pulled your order. If you pay for this fig, I'd be happy to ship it to you. I really would. So, anyways, that's why that order is sitting here and waiting. All right, what am I doing? Cataloging parts. Okay, so let's open up Brick Store and new file. I wouldn't mind seeing a walk around of the reworked space. Got a glimpse on Ralph's channel. Yeah, I think the audio was super bad. And then Ralph's video, some of the audio cut out halfway through, so we weren't able to even do. But I saved my notes right here in my notes. Right here on my notes from that chat that we had. And we're going to redo that one as well. So I will, Daddy O's, I'm going to give you a walk around. I'm going to pause what I'm doing here to catalog parts. I'm going to take my coffee with me. I'm going to give you a walk around. So you keep asking questions while I'm doing the walk around, and I will be able to see on my phone. And I can also very quickly just kind of detach the phone and do one of these things as well. Sorry for my finger there. So, and I am getting a mirror view, which is kind of creepy for me, but I think it gives you guys the correct orientation and doesn't reverse but it's reversed on my phone. How do I not do that? Oh my gosh, there's so many things and buttons. All right, settings, camera, mirror. There's a clip box. Okay. So I'm on ultra wide, dual camera, back camera, what is telephoto? Oh, that's a zoom in. I don't want that. Dual camera. No, not as wide. Dual camera. No, I think the back ultra wide camera is that not as wide as dual ultra wide? I think that's the widest I can get. Okay. So I'm going to give you a walk around the space. And you have comments, just put it up in the chat. Let's start with over here. I know it's a little shaky and it all depends on how I walk. Maybe there's a way I can mount this better. Okay, so this is new. we have some new sets that I bought $8,000 worth of sets from Costco. That's not part of this set. Where is one? Right here. Okay, so this is part of it right here. And I had to add this dash 01S. It was 01S, but it was coming after this in the grid. So I added the dash to all of these so that it would be first in the pick. So when you start a pick here on your pick sheet that we get from Bricker, you start here. Well, the idea is you start here. And sometimes there's drawers that have an error that makes it so you start in a different place. But by design, this is where you start. So you start here and then you work your way into this new part. These are all new parts. And then when you get to the end of the row, right here, you get to the end of this row, then you stop and you pause, bag up your parts, put a new sticker, a new part sticker, GBL branded new part sticker on that bagged parts for this order. And then you keep going into the used. Um, One thing that you'll notice that we changed is that now we're 4 high and there is no gap. When we were doing the metal shelves, there was a gap. Every two, there was a gap because of the framing for the metal shelves. It was just necessary. But now we are just about as dense as I think we're ever going to be able to get. I don't know that we'll ever do 5 because of the reach down and the reach up is satisfactory right now for the team based on the height of the people who work here. So shorter people wouldn't necessarily be able to get into the picking here. Okay, so we had to stop here. We do have one more there, but we had to stop here because we didn't want to get in the way of the thermostat. And your HVAC system, then you get a 3x3 section right there, or a 4x3 section there. And then you start again with the 1, 2, 3, 4s all the way down. And so these are sequential, but we also now are on a grid. And so this is box A66, 67, 68, 9, 7, 71, 72, 3, 4. And then the E is because it's on the east side of the wall. But the really, really nice thing about the grid is I can take this whole box home. And if I just bring back a couple of them, I don't have to sit there and count from this one way up here saying this was like maybe this is 3003 and then 3004, 3005, 6, 7. We used to have to count until we found the right location. Now I would say I'm in this box and in the grid, where does it fit? They also are able to pull the drawers a lot quicker when they're picking from the grid. Okay. And then as you walk down here, we also now on the understorage, we no longer use that. That little cavity down there, we talked about using that. Two things that cavity did is we can no longer do the robot vacuum because it would get constantly stuck and it's actually making a bigger mess and it was chipping wood off as it would go through. But my 5-year-old, he will run up and down the aisles and he'll find the Lego that drops and bounces in there because now with these new padded floors, and these are so nice. If you're not doing padded floors, it's actually the cheapest way to give a comfortable work environment for my team. And this one here is not, this one here we cut around it because this was in here before the floor, but all these other ones just rest right on top of this padded floor, and then they're mounted from tipping at the top. We did have a professional contractor build it. You can see this one here we built ourselves. See how there's 2 pieces of wood right here? And then we hired the contractor, and then the professional guy was like, oh, we can save on the wood that we use, and we can do this. And then also, you can see it from on this side. This one here uses these L brackets. Up here at the top, there's another L bracket. And then the contractor, he used pocket screws. I think those are called pocket screws. He was so excited that he had a job that required him to buy a pocket tool. He's like, I finally got to have one of these. I've always wanted to have one of these. So, so our contractor got to be happy. Now, the flooring, I was going to comment on the flooring. They love this floor. It was like 90% cheaper than getting the concrete smoothed out and painted. It's held up. It's comfortable. If a tile does get damaged, we just pull the tile up and replace the tile because I got a ton of it. I got it on deal at Walmart. I must have bought like, I don't know, enough to cover the entire building, and then only went out to there because of the chairs and the things that they use in this area. I didn't think it would be good for them to have that chairs. It would be make the chairs more difficult, but I don't know. Is my thought. Okay, so you get it. You come down, you zip around that corner, you come over here. This wall here is all what we call D. So when you're in new, there's no letter. It's just a number. Then that first area, after you cross the divide, that's A. A comes around the corner, which wasn't really what I wanted to do, but out of necessity, we did do that. And then you're in B. And then after B, and about the middle point of this row, you go to C, then D. Those are the D cabinets. Then you're in E. And then because of necessity, we had to make E go all the way because I kind of, well, I started making E's and I was like E54. They had already all labeled all this. And I'm like, oh man, I don't want to have to make them relabel them. So I made a mistake and now we're in E. So if you're really hyper OCD, some of the things we do, you might not do very well with us. So this is F. We're going to be F. Then maybe about here or so, we're going to switch to H. And then I think this will probably end up being I. And then so forth and so on. I don't know what these are going to be quite yet. Now, this Sterilites is also a grid, but the grid's a little different. These are V. And the reason we picked V is because previously that was X. So this had to be V because had X at the time while we were building these. So we had to integrate it with our logistics. Then after V, I think that one's going to be a V. That one right there is a V and a V. So that's the nice thing also about the grid. So this ends at 8. So there's 5 and there's 6. And then we did 8. So we skipped 7. If there was a 7, it'd be here. But I think this will have to be 9. And if we ever do a 7, we ever want to put a 7 right there, it would fit right there. So it'll be 9 and then there'll be 10. And those will be with a N or an S. Because these are DF 10S. So that little S means it's on the south side of the wall, a little bit of an identifier for every single drawer. And then over here you got W. And then I don't know what we're going to do because we are going to jump to here. This section right here will also be Sterilites all the way down. And today that's the end of the store in the current remodel. Future, probably come along that wall or something. I don't know. I don't even know. Maybe we outgrow this space by that time. So there's your full tour. If you watched the beginning of the video, you maybe saw that twice, but that was a lot more detail. So thanks for the great question. Now it's time for some catalog. Daddy-O, I don't know if you're familiar with any social media streaming tools, but I personally would like to see a tool that allows me to have in the bottom corner, right down in this corner here where my name Chris is at, like a little circle of my face from the front camera. So it would be like mounting this camera up a little higher, and then yeah, I'd like to see that as an option. But the front camera is kind of off to an angle a little bit. I don't know if that would really work or not. So, but right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to catalog parts, and I'm going to tilt that up a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so let's do. I need my camera. Camera. Oh, it's over here. Perfect. It's very blurry for me here. Is it blurry from your viewpoint? Why is that so blurry? It's like low res or something. I got my flooring. I can't remember if I bought it from Sam's Club or from Walmart, but one, two, these are tens, 2x10s. One thing I've been doing lately is right up here, uh, right up here. You can change to have the detailed description. Brick Ignise, which is integrated with Brick Store, has been so good that almost always the one at the top has been correct. But sometimes you got to do a 2x12 instead of 2x10. And instead of trying to look at the picture, I'm going with the notes. And then you can hold your control button, and then you kind of, if you hold the control button on your keyboard and you do your scroll wheel, which you can see me doing, it changes the size of that right there. I wish you could do that over here with this things. I hope his next version allows me to kind of resize and reorient the way the part add window is shaped. And so now, okay. And then I do this. No, don't do that. All right. So I'm in my file. I need to save my file. And this is going to be Chris at GBL. Today's date 6-18-25. And then A. All right. So I've got light bluish gray part. There's one right there. And I just click over here on my keyboard, add, and then I've got one in the list. And then it goes straight to it. All right, next. I got to get this in the right place here. So, good. And this is what I do. They're completely random parts, ones that fall on the floor. So, hey, does that mean I have to remember when we used to plank? Which one is this one? Arch, raised. Yeah, okay, so this is right. Black. Let's get that part off the floor. A bit blurry, low res. Okay, how do I fix that? I wonder if it's because I'm doing the free version. Uh, Camera settings, general. Oh, I'm only 720p. Orientation, yeah. So I think I'm only got 720p available. The quality of the recording and the stream sent out to your destinations and your guests needs a solid internet connection for 1080p for Facebook. Oh, do I not have a solid internet connection? Am I not on? Am I doing cellular or am I doing on Wi-Fi? Let's pick this up. Let's look. Well, I'm on the Wi-Fi. Well, like I said, we're Daddy O's bricks pulling out all the old stops. Daddy O's bricks wants to see some brick nanigans, Steve.
Oh boy.
Can't give it to you. Brick nanigans is a days gone by. Oh man, but thanks for the memory there.
Maybe someday.
Are you what?
Predict the future.
Yeah, yes. It sounds like Steve says you need to get yourself a time machine for some brick nanigans.
If I find somebody, it could happen.
What do you mean? You find a partner to do some nanigans with?
Yeah, who knows?
What? I'm not good enough for your nanigans?
Oh, you're too strict.
I'm too
You're
strict.
too strict.
I'm too strict?
Yeah.
I did kind of ruin your nanigans from time to time, didn't I?
You did.
Oh my gosh.
And you know how it started?
No, I don't.
One day, me and Kyle were messing around. And you came down and you're like, "Stop your shenanigans!"
I did not know this.
Yeah, that's how we came up with it.
Oh my gosh. It's all the whole thing technically is my fault. Just starting this whole place put us on a road that I never. I give credit to God because this place wouldn't exist without him. I'm just here doing what I think he would have me do. So, from this perspective, you guys can see really well the efficiency of what I think is my most efficient way to add parts. It's a point click. I don't even have to do anything. I'm just clicking my mouse button over here. You can't even see how fast. So on this finger over here, I'm just click and add, and you can see it gets added to the list. Oh, here, let me change the angle a little bit so you can see that better. And when you're doing print parts like this, oh, it's just a breeze. And this, when I was doing some chat with Ralph and the guy. Oh, this I don't want to put this one in there because it's too close to the size of the other one that I just put in there. I don't want people to get confused, so we'll set that aside. And then I was saying, yeah, I literally just pick up a bag of random parts and just start cataloging. And it works for the sake that like this particular part here in red, I may or may not already have it in the store. Um, this one here, I just about guaranteed I have it in the store. So common, but if I add just 10 parts like this that were previously not in the store, then we just increased our reach. Thank you, David West. The reach increase allows us to potentially earn another sale from a customer. So my time sorting parts is significantly reduced. Is this a 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. All right, these are too big for that little tiny drawer. What else do we got here? So we got some. Oh, hiding part there. Hey, Daddy O's Bricks, do you take the time to separate? So I was able to click. See, if you see here, there's 7 on there. And all I did was click this button right here 7 times. That's why I kind of love this thing. And if there's like more than like 10, I'll manually enter the number. But the question is, Daddy O Bricks, do you take the time to like this print piece is not in the Bricklink data set. At least I don't think it is. Yeah, it's not in there. And this one I don't think is in there. So I kind of have a tendency. Oh no, it is up there. Is it oriented wrong? Uh, oh, it's on the wrong brick. That's why that one's up there. Anyways, those print pieces, I have a pile of print pieces that I would ship you if you would take the time to take the pictures and add them to Bricklink. I would do it for anybody. If anybody would be willing to, oh, this is Maker. So if you're watching this video, put into the comments that you would be willing to take the time to put print pieces and submit the entry to Bricklink. I've done it before, and I think even one of the ones I did like over a year ago is still in the queue waiting. But I do have one that was approved when I first started in my basement. I have one part that was added by Acorn, Great Brickland. All right, I got 3 minutes. So save this file, Control S, come back to this later. Definitely can scan that drawer to get that in case this computer closes, and scan that. Okay, and then save that. Okay, so we'll come back to that later. Now let's go and look and see the part that I added. Oh, no, don't leave that. Let's do it over here. I don't even remember how to find that. Yeah, so we need to, Daddy, we need to collect our parts that are not in the catalog and get those added or give them to somebody that will do it. So if I go to Marketplace credits, all items, honored sets, view all contributors. How do I search? Maybe if I search at my own profile, how do I see myself? Okay, seller, feedback coupons. I have 38 items marked for deletion in the catalog. Okay. I've had 585,000 visits. Browse catalog. contributions. Maybe that's it. No, that's where I was already at. Uh, well, if I go to the store rank, I know that you can see here. Actually, if I go to stores, all stores, let's see who's at the top right now. But down here at the bottom, they have honored stores because of their contributions to the catalog. Profile my activity. Thank you for profile my. Oh, here, my activity. That was easy to get to. Buying, selling, catalog. One approved. Oh, I thought I had one pending. Yep. There it is. So, oh, that's the set. Where's the part? This must be the part. There it is. There's the one part that I added. That's the photo I took on a little green plate. I guess I thought that was the way you were supposed to do it. And it was added. And I sold that part years and years ago. 7 most messages posted into the forum. I have not been in here before. My non-commercial contributions. Yeah. So those were catalog items added. I wonder what it means that they're not in their approved list. I remember the Santa Fe one here with the little light on the 2 different colored bricks. I remember that one. I don't know if that's my photo or not. Okay, well, anyways, I need to wrap this up at 6:30. Be on the lookout for more content on the subscriber channel. If you have comments, feedback about that, I would appreciate it. Let me flip this around and I'll end the stream here. How do I do this? Go back, camera. All right. So, oh gosh. Okay. So, thanks for joining my stream. And I hope to have a lot more content for you on the paywall. If you go to the paywall and you are a subscriber, then your requests get higher, much more higher priority on what we put in here for content. So this is Chris checking out. Have a good day.